Assalamu alaikum. The pandemic after every 100 years. What is happening to the world? A dangerous pandemic after every 100 years? The plague, 1720 to 1723. In 1720, there was a deadly pandemic of bubonic plague. It continued from 1720 to 1723. The disease started spreading in Marseille, France in 1720, and it was later called the Great Plague or Marseille. This disease killed a total of 100,000 people. Up to 30% of the total population of Marseille is expected to have perished due to the plague. The cholera, 1870 to 1823. In 1820, the first cholera pandemic occurred somewhere in Asia. Among the affected countries, we can list Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines. The first cholera pandemic continued from 1870 to 1824. It is also called the first Asiatic cholera pandemic or Asiatic cholera. It spread throughout Southeast Asia to the Middle East, Eastern Africa, and the Mediterranean coast over the time. Hundreds of people died during this pandemic. The pandemic affected almost everywhere in Asia. About 100,000 people officially registered death. The main reason of this infection is the consumption of water from lakes infested with the killer bacterium. The Spanish flu, 1918 to 1920. In 1920, one of the most dangerous pandemic occurred. This is the Spanish flu. It is one of the most deadliest influenza pandemic humanity has ever witnessed. While 500 million people fell victim of Spanish flu, many indigenous communities were pushed to brink of extinction. As per estimates, the death toll input of anywhere of 17 million to 50 million. The Spanish flu holds the official record of deadliest pandemic officially recorded in history. The coronavirus, 2019, inshallah it will be over soon. COVID-19 is an ongoing infectious pandemic caused by the most recently discovered coronavirus. At the 100th anniversary of Spanish influenza, humanity is facing a new potential pandemic called coronavirus. The virus was unknown until the outbreak began in Wuhan, China in December 2019. It is now 2020. In a few weeks after the virus spread in China, it started spreading in the whole world. The virus can spread from person to person through small droplets from nose or mouth. As the droplets land on objects and surfaces around the person, when healthy people touch the object or surfaces which is touched by an infected person and touch their eyes, nose or mouth, they can catch to the virus. Many countries got locked down. Government of all countries took necessary steps for the pandemic situation and is still taking necessary steps. The doctors, nurses, and the other people of medical world are working very hard day and night. They are giving treatment to the people by taking risk of their own lives. We should be proud of them. The interesting fact between each of the pandemic is that after every 100 years or a century, a pandemic arises in the world. Whatever it is, we should not give up. We should try our best to make ourselves so strong that we can face any situations of the world. We should pray for the healthy life of people and for the peacefulness of the world. Assalamu alaikum.